Hi campers, I want to talk to you about today soulmates. What are soulmates and how to know someone is your soulmate, because that's something that we also can confuse with a karmic connection. I've done a video about karmic connection the other day if you're interested. Today I want to cover soulmate. So I'm going to go through characteristics of a soulmate connection, soulmate bond, and those that are same or different with karmic. With each I will cover that. So first thing about soulmates is that those are your friends, right? It's like your soul friends. So those are people that you're going to meet, you're going to feel immediate connection, you're going to feel comfortable around them, you're going to be your authentic self around them. It's going to be easy, right? It's going to be an easy relationship, and there's not going to be any turmoil and any toxicity in it, right? So we always, of course, we're humans, we operate from a place of ego, so we can have discussions, we can have fights with our soulmates, whether that's friends or romantical relationships, but there's never going to be this in and out pain, turmoil, complications. From the beginning it's going to be relatively easy, right? Those are the souls. That's why I said friends, because those are the souls that you travel lifetimes with. You enjoy being with them, right? Yes, with our soulmates we grow together, we go through life together, but for most part the reason we plan to meet in this lifetime, yes, to support each other, yes, to help, but there's no particular harsh lesson like in a case of karmic, right? We inspire each other, we learn from each other, especially that we have different levels of soulmates. This is my personal belief, and that's also based on Dr. Michael Newton's research, that you have 10 to 15 souls that are your most close soul family, and then you have a couple of more level of souls that you're all very similar, you're all friends, just like in life, right? You have friends that are your best friends that you can see every day, you can live with them, you can travel with them, ride or die. And then you have those friends that you like them, you enjoyed spending time with them, but you're going to see them like once a month, or you're going to have like more separate lives, right? So it's very similar. Now, with your soulmate, you're going to share your passions, you're going to share your interests, you're going to share your lifestyle. That's why it's going to be that immediate connection. It's going to be that someone that you're going to be able to talk for hours with, because you're going to like the same things, you're going to like doing the same things, you're going to feel comfortable with each other, you're going to have the same bizarro things about you, or little weird things about you, right? But with our soulmates, we're not necessarily aligned 100% on a level of values, right? So you can have a soulmate that when it comes to those really big things in life, like for example having children, including romantical relationships, because we can have soulmates as our partners, romantical partners, as our friends, and also members of our family. So you can have differences when it comes to religious views, when it comes to, like I said, starting a family, certain political views, basic values. You can have different view on money, right? But that those passion, those what you like, those hobbies, you will always share. Now, important thing that I want to mention here, how to differentiate with a karmic, because oftentimes we meet someone and we have that, and without us knowing it is a karmic. That's why I always say how important is actually healing, because it's going to depend on one very important thing, right? And I always say this, there's two type of people, and unfortunately most fall in the second category. So first person is a person that is very self-aware, that done healing, whether that's through spirituality, through therapy, they're awakened to a certain level, right, of the truth of life. It doesn't matter how, but you sit in your strength, you understand your value, you understand who you are, you sit in your divine energy, and then you activate your frequency as a magnet. You just sit. This is why we say don't chase, attract, right? So you start naturally attracting people, situations, and things that were meant to be in your life, that have that similar frequency. With our soulmate, we're going to have that similar frequency, so we're going to attract each other, right? And if you're sitting in the strength, you're going to immediately know, this is my soulmate. Sometimes those soulmate, like I said, they can be from a different level, so it can be someone that you really connect, but you feel like they're a little bit behind you on a journey of life or in front of you, and they become your mentor, but you have that connection, right? And you can feel that you've attracted them. But unfortunately, when we're sitting in a place of lack, in a place of our ego, I want love, I want friendship, I want to feel that. Oftentimes we meet someone, and in reality, this is our karmic that came to our life to teach us something, and we have a soul contract with this person, and we think that they're our soulmate because we see what we want to see. A person who is unhealed, who is looking from a place of ego, lack, low self-esteem, whether they know it or not, most don't. Those are those Cinderellas that make a shoe fit that I always talk about. So you will really want to connect with someone. So you will ignore the red flags and you will see things that you want to see, and you will feel that similar connection. That's why it's so important to heal. But how those things that are a little bit different is that with soulmates, you always feel love for this person. Again, friend, family member, that love never ends, right? With a karmic, once you complete a soul contract, that lesson that you were supposed to learn each other, it will naturally just sort of you will no longer want to be with this person. You will no longer want to be around with this person. You will realize that this wasn't really love. You will look back and you will think, how could I not see this, right? And with a soulmate, that love always lasts, even if we grow apart. Because some soulmates, not all soulmates, it's a situation when we meet and we're going to be together forever. Sometimes we have soulmates that come to our life to be our friends for a decade, to be our partner for a decade, to have child with each other, right? And this is a beautiful example how you see, let's say someone was supposed to be your baby daddy, baby mama, right? And in case it can be a karmic, it can be a soulmate. If it's a soulmate, you understand, you separate, you go different directions, but you raise that child together and you're still friends. That passion kind of dissipates for each other. You have different partners, you grow different directions, but you always have that love for each other. You're friends, you can do things together. You don't have that, oof, I don't want to see this person anymore, right? Whereas with karmic, it's exactly that. Because you no longer feel the need to be around this person. You don't necessarily have to resent them. A healed person shouldn't, but it's like, I don't have the need to know what you're doing, to know how are you, and so on and so forth. I wish you the best, but stay away, right? Because of what I said. If it's your karmic, once you've completed whatever was the part of that contract, whether that was a child or a learning or a specific lesson or achieving something together, causing certain trauma or pain within each other, it's like you can naturally let go. Sometimes we hold on because it's that emotion within us that is not allowing us let go, that ego, but something in your intuition is just telling you that I no longer want to be around this person. And a last thing that I want to mention to you that is important, that, and I've said this in my video about karmics, there's nothing wrong in a karmic connection. Sometimes we need that. And you would be surprised how many people actually they spend their entire life as a romantic partner. They have a karmic connection. They may think it's a soulmate. Some will know, right? It's like, oh, I'm stuck in this relationship. Some will think that this is a soulmate because that's what keeps them going, right? And some, they just simply don't think about it, right? They're not awakened. They don't have those kind of thoughts. And it's okay, because you might have choose the life for yourself in this lifetime to spend that lesson all your life with that partner, to learn lessons from them or to achieve something different, right? There's nothing wrong about that. I know we naturally love thinking that someone is our soulmate, but it's sometimes not necessarily the case. And I think that the best indication here in a romantical relationships is that with your soulmate, you're always on the same level. So if you're someone spiritual, if you believe in certain things, if you have certain way of thinking, right, for most part 90% this person's gonna agree. So it's an indication that it might be a karmic connection. If you are passionate towards completely different things, maybe you're very spiritual, maybe you're very about self-growth, and this person goes completely in a different direction despite the fact you have things in common. I hope this was helpful, and as always, if you have questions, leave them in the comments.